Okay, so today what we're going to do is look at a couple new devices that are designed for creating or generating chords inside of Live's MIDI editor. So one I have right now is a string of notes playing a C Ionian scale. And I have selected these notes and I am using the generator Stretta Kora. And Stretta Kora is based on, or rather, it's inspired by the Qubit V1 chords module. And the thing that I liked about this module is that it has a very limited set of chords that you can manipulate. They're limited to modal diatonic harmony. So there's 4 chords that you can choose between: major, minor, dominant, and diminished. And that's what we have here in this user interface. So in addition to the 4 chords, you have 4 ways of voicing the chords, and then also 4 different inversions, starting with root all the way to third inversion. So if we were to apply this, so I have my 7th chords here, and if I play that same sequence again, we have these static major 7 chords built upon that root that we started with. Now, if we change the chord type, like those are all major 7 chords. If we change the chord type to 2, that would be a minor chord. So if there's a little legend when you're in this user interface. It tells you what it is where. So now we have minor chords. And we could do this with the other 2 chords, 2, 3, and 4. But we could also change the voicing of these chords. So try one of these additional voicings. Let's undo like this. And now we're going to, here's our first different voicing. And let's try a different one. Now, because these are sequence lanes, you can enter in a sequence of chord types and voicing to create a sequence of chords. So we could say we want to start with chord type 1, then 2, and then 1, and then 2, and then 4, and then 3. And let's just change some voicings, like have it skip along a little bit. So you can get really... it's very easy to get non-diatonic because of these consistent structures. Now, if you want to stay within your diatonic framework, then you can specify what scale that you're using in the clip itself. So right now we're in C major, and we know this started with a C diatonic scale. But if I were just to go back to my chord type of just like 1, and I'm going to zero this out as well, and now we can hear that there's something wrong if we're thinking diatonically. If I change this back to harmonic, then we get something completely different. Now we have like smart transposition that is consistent with the diatonic scale that we specified in the scale area. So to give you another example, this one is a C minor scale. I just chose a different clip, and then also C minor is specified in the scale here. So I've got harmonize on. And now we're going to listen to this. Oops, gotta play the right clip. So now, because this is C minor and it started with a C minor, root note, but it's following all the diatonic shifts of whole and half steps that would be appropriate for that scale. So that is Korra, and I hope you have some fun with that. But then the other one that you're probably thinking, like, why do I have to, use these numbers? It's a different way of thinking, and it's an easy way to visualize the sequence of chords, but it's not appropriate for a lot of different use cases. It has like one specific use case. If you are in the situation where you might like have a lead sheet or something, and you want to put that into Ableton Live, but you don't have a MIDI keyboard, so that's what this next device I want to show you, which is called Chordle. And Chordle is a little bit different from the first one I showed you. The only thing that you're really getting from the incoming MIDI notes is not the pitch, but the start time and duration. So it's almost like you're specifying the harmonic rhythm with the input and not the pitches themselves. However, if this pass button is lit, then it will just pass that as a bass note, and that's a great way of actually creating chords with a specific bass note. So let's take a look at this 12 bar sequence that I have set up here. And we can enter in chords using standard notation that probably a lot of you are already familiar with. So if I wanted to create a blues, then what I could do is I could say what chords I want in a 12 bar blues. So I want to C dominant 7, and we're going to repeat that 4 times. And then we're going to go up to the 4 chords. So it's F dom 7, and then this is going to go back down to the C dominant 7. And this will go up to the G7, and then F dom 7, and then back to C dom 7. I can't really see very well, so I'm just trusting that my eyes are, that this is being typed correctly. G dom 7 for the turnaround. Okay, and you can also specify the voicing. In this case, we're just using the root, and then this is a transposition value set in octaves, so 0 transposition means 0 octave shift. So let's see, I gotta select these, and then there is the result. So what we have are these block chords set in root position, but we should have a 12 bar blues if I typed this in correctly. Here, let's transpose this up. I don't really like the way these block chords are, doing their thing here. So what I want to do is I'm going to change these inversions here. Like what we could do is just say like we want root and then first inversion and then first inversion. And we'll just cycle between those two inversion. Let's see if that works. That's interesting, not what I was expecting, but let's listen. Yeah, it's not bad. I think I'd like second inversion there. That turnaround's obviously very high. That's not bad. Okay, so these chords are derived from a dictionary that's included with the device. You can edit that device if you're a hacker. That's totally designed for hacking. And check the documentation for like what chords are available. It's just parsing these chords and trying to find the appropriate chord for you. So check it out at my GitHub, and I'll catch you next time.